Hey everybody, and welcome to our channel, Nessa and Sophie. My name is Nessa, and this here is my Cavapoo puppy named Sophie, and today's video is going to be perfect for any Cavapoo owners or future Cavapoo owners because we're going to be talking all about mental enrichment. So today I want to share with you what I do to mentally enrich Sophie, why it's so beneficial for Cavapoos, and what you could do at home as well to mentally stimulate your own dog. Mental enrichment has so many amazing and positive benefits that are great for not only just Cavapoos, but all dog breeds. It builds confidence, it improves mental health, it helps cognitive function, it relieves stress, it reduces anxiety, and it really targets problem behaviors that a lot of people have with their dogs, like destructive behavior, excessive barking, and even separation anxiety. And overall, all these benefits lead to your puppy having a happier and longer life, which is what we all really want. Mental enrichment is just as important as physical exercise, and it's actually really easy how you can implement it into your day-to-day life with your dog or puppy. In today's video, I'm going to share with you all the things that I do to mentally enrich Sophie. I also want to give you guys some ways that you can mentally enrich your puppy as well. That doesn't necessarily involve having to go and buy things at the store. And then I also want to share with you a few tips to make sure that whenever you introduce new mental stimulation to your puppy or your dog, that you have success with it and it's a positive experience for both you and your dog. The ways I provide mental enrichment for Sophie at home include using a Kong toy or this new red ball that I got, which I stuff with either peanut butter, applesauce, pumpkin puree, cottage cheese, and I even freeze it in the freezer overnight. And it's a great way to keep her engaged the next day whenever I give it to her, and she absolutely loves it. I also have a lick mat. A lick mat is really awesome too if you are using it for training. So I know some dogs have issues with taking baths, using the hair dryer, getting combed. They really keep your dog focused on that lick mat instead of on whatever you're trying to get them to do. It's a really great tool to have. I really like using a snuffle mat with Sophie, both for treats and for giving her her dog food. She will use that for about half an hour each time, and her tail will wag the whole way through. It's really great for her to practice her foraging skills, and every time she uses it, she always gets really tired after, so it must really work her brain. I also really enjoy using puzzle toys with Sophie. There are so many out there available. We've gotten a few. I actually bought a few more that I want to review with her too. And they are such a great way to challenge your dog, especially a dog like Sophie who is high energy and always looking for a challenge. They're a really great tool to have. These are just examples of what I do with Sophie to mentally enrich her. I am not telling you that you have to go to the store and buy all of these items because you can actually do mental enrichment at home in other ways too. And I'm going to go over those other ways that you can mentally enrich your dog. Mental enrichment doesn't have to be only with toys or the items that I mentioned. It could even be just going on a different walking path or to a new park. Dogs like variety. They like things being changed up, especially when they go outside. There's so many new things to sniff out there. So that's one way you can definitely do it. Another way you can do it at home too is by rotating out their toys. So Sophie's got quite a few toys. And what I usually do is I keep half hidden away and she'll play with the other half. And then after about a month, I'll switch them out. It also gives me a great period to wash them too really well. And I'll switch them out with the other toys that I was hiding from her, and it just keeps her toys new and interesting when I have that rotation going on. So that's another thing you can try out. And even teaching your dog a new trick or teaching them the find it command is a really great way to engage them mentally. They are being challenged to try and respond to a command, or if they're trying to find whatever treat you're getting them to look, they are challenging themselves and they are working their brain in order to respond to your command and find what you want them to find. Sophie, find it. Find it. Where is it, puppy? Find it. Yes, good girl. Good job, puppy. If you want to use objects around your house, there are some things that you can use for mental stimulation, and I actually used to use this with Sophie when she was a puppy. You can grab a muffin tin and put treats in the muffin tin, put balls on top of the treats, and then your dog has to use their nose to lift up the balls in order to get the treats. You can also use little Tupperware containers or boxes and put them all on the floor and hide treats underneath those and see if your dog can find where the treats are hidden underneath the Tupperwares or underneath the boxes. Sophie used to love both of these games, and I still do it every once in a while with her, not as often because now we have so many other things to use, but she absolutely loves any of these mental enrichment toys. Anytime I bring out any of the things I've mentioned, she always gets really excited and her tail starts to wag because she knows that she's gonna have a fun time and get lots of treats. I want to provide just 2 really important tips for anyone that is starting off with mental enrichment with their dog. There's going to be a lot of tips out there, but I just want to give you 2 super important ones that is going to make this so much easier for both you and your dog. The first one is try to use a really high value treat when you're starting off because it'll get them more engaged, especially if you have a dog that's a little bit more reluctant or not as food motivated as Sophie is. Try a really high value treat to get them started so that they can get engaged in the toy or whatever activity you're doing. And it'll make it so that they're more likely to succeed, to get the treat and enjoy the activity. The second thing I want to tell you guys when it comes to mental enrichment is to remember that whenever you are introducing any of these activities, make sure that you are giving your dog tons and tons of praise. This is something new that they're trying out. So when they are finally able to get to that treat or they're succeeding in using their nose or whatever it may be, give them lots of praise because they are going to feel so much more motivated, especially Cavapoos who love to please their owners. And they are going to be more likely to continue engaging with the activity or with the toy, and then therefore will be mentally stimulating their brain, which is awesome. And also, please don't forget you want to set up your dog for success. So if you are introducing a new toy or a new activity, try and make it as easy as possible for their level, and then after you can work your way up to make it more challenging. You want to make sure you don't start off with something too frustrating or too challenging, because then after really you're not getting the benefits of mental stimulation. Your dog is just getting frustrated because they're not able to get to that treat that they really want to get. So please don't forget to do that when introducing new mental stimulation for your dog. There's so much I can talk about mental enrichment for Sophie and the benefits that it has for it and how amazing it's been for her. And I probably will in future videos, and definitely if you guys want more information, please let me know. But I really hope you found this video informative, and I hope that you'll try out some of these things with your own dog. If you liked this video, please give us a like, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to all those who have subscribed so far. We really appreciate your support in our channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys. Sophie, say bye. Bye.